We just came in from the swimming pool and it's hot outside and we wanted a light meal. So we decided tonight we would make a tempura. It's pretty quick and nutritious, and I think you'll find it a nice meal to make. This is a tempura mix. It's basically flour, baking soda. They do have dried egg whites in here. That's why I'm using the mix instead of making my own. So what you do is you use 1 1/4 cup of this mix. You put in 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. That'll make your batter a little lacier and a little lighter. So we're going to do that. Now we've got our vegetables all cut up. We've got a little piece of chicken here. Cut up very thin as you can get it, because we're going to deep fry it and you want it to go really quick. So you do it very thin. The important thing about making tempura here is that everything should be very dry, because you're going to deep fry that, and when you put that in your oil, it'll splatter if it's got any moisture on it. So you do have to be a little careful of that. We've got about 2 inches of corn oil in our frying pan, and we're going to turn that on because it does take a couple of minutes to heat up. Now you should do it at 350 degrees. I don't have an oil thermometer, so I kind of wing it the same way I wing everything. You want 2 big bowls, and you want an ice bath sort of in the bottom bowl, because the mixture should be kept as cold as possible. So we've got in here the 1 1/4 cup of the tempura mix with 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Put that in there, and 1 cup of ice water, and you just put that in there. Mix it up. You want the batter to be thin and lumpy. Okay, so don't beat it, just sort of mix it up. And that'll just take a minute to get that ready. You know, think like you're making pancakes or something. It's going to be similar to that. And that's looking pretty good. Switch over to my spoon. And it starts to thicken on its own here. You can see, sort of like pancake batter does. And it's got some lumps in there, and that's fine. That's what you want, nice and thin. Okay, so what we have to do now is wait for our oil to heat up, and we'll pop that in, and we'll eat like lickety split. Now we bought a little tempura dipping sauce. Basically, it's a soy sauce, but in here they do have some sugar, salt, vinegar, bonita extract, which is like a fish extract, so it gives it a little slightly different flavor. But you could use plain soy sauce if you want. We'll be back in 2 minutes when that oil is ready, and we'll show you how to deep fry it. Okay, our oil is nice and hot, and we tried just a little dot of the batter, and it spit at me, so that means that, you know, it's good to go. So I have red pepper, onion, a little carrot, some mushrooms, sweet potato, which is really good, and zucchini, and a couple pieces of chicken. So we're going to dump it in the batter. The dogs, of course, are playing again. They're obsessed with this darn camera. Shake off the excess batter and just put it in, and there it goes. So it's that easy. The key to it is it likes to be kept cold, the batter and your vegetables. Now I'm going to do a couple of things at a time here so that, because I can't put them all in that frying pan at once. I've got some, and literally, you know, these things are going to take like, you know, 2 minutes to cook. You don't want to cook them too long. Slightly crunchiness to them. Whoops. Give them a little flip there. Just so the outside starts to get a little brown. Looks like a Japanese restaurant, huh? It's kind of fun. Let's put an onion in. Now these are the devils, okay, because these fall apart. I always try to put them in one big piece. It doesn't always work, and I take them out. Like I said, we're going to try it. Shake off that batter. Whoop, there it goes. Dump it in. going to put a piece of chicken in. Now you can use shrimp. Shrimp is delicious. All kinds of fish. And really, you could use any vegetables that you want. Broccoli, cauliflower. This is just what we had in the refrigerator, so this is what we're using. Get in there, you. And these are looking mighty fine. Just starting to turn. Pretty quick. It's a different kind of a meal, you know, you're not traditional. You don't have your meat, vegetable, and potato. But it's kind of fun and different, and you know, you could do all vegetarian, or you could do fish and meat if you want. Okay, we'll be back in just about a minute when I take those out. So I think our first batch is about ready. See how that looks? Nice and light and fluffy. And I put mine on a wire rack to drain some of the oil off. Oops. Put it out of there. And that's really all you do. And you just keep on frying them. And that sweet potato. Chicken and the red pepper. I think that's a go. Just don't put too much in at once, like I'm just about to do, because the oil doesn't stay hot. You just want to, keep it dry and nice. Let's take that onion out and see about that. That kind of did a good job. Very exciting. I love this meal. It's really light. And it's really quick. You know, always make sure when you're putting your things into the frying pan that you lay them, if there's something that's a bigger piece, lay it away from you so that the grease doesn't splatter back. And you know, I use 100% corn oil. I don't use anything else than that for deep frying. I think it does a good job. It kind of maintains its temperature, I think. Some oils will burn, cook a little too high. And this does a good job. We're all fried up and ready to go. And you know what? This whole meal took maybe 15 minutes. 5 minutes to cut the vegetables, you know, what, 10 minutes to fry it all, and that's it. So, this looks fabulous. If you have chopsticks, go for it. And you know what? Don't worry about it getting cold. This is so hot, that the oil is so hot, that this stuff really stays hot for quite some time. It's very hot. This is the stuff on the bottom, which I did first. Whoop. Okay, not to go with my chopsticks here. We're going to call this finger food tonight. Here. Oh, I love it. This is so much fun. It's like being in a Japanese restaurant without having to pay for it. Really good. We're going to have dinner. We'll see you next time on Home Cooking with Deb. Hopefully we'll come up with something fun. Wow. This is so good. See you next time.